Hi, I'm Jack Hollerith's grandfather, Pop, and I'm an engineer. And I'm going to tell you about engineering careers and what engineers do. Um, I've been an engineer for 40 years, and I'm going to show you some of the things that I worked on. But in general, what an engineer does is he figures out how things work and he invents new things to make them different or better and to solve problems. Um, One of the things that I've been working on lately is an engineer design for a quadcopter, as you see here. And this quadcopter has on it things that drive the motor. That thing right there is called a speed controller, and I'm working on a design of that to drive the motor. So part of engineering is going through the process of coming up with that design and building it and making it work and finally getting it into a real product. So you have to think about what it is you want to design. You have to come up with the design, and the hard part now is really you got to put it on paper, and that way you can show it to other people and capture what you want to do. Like this. Here's a design of what's inside that speed controller, and it shows you the circuit. And then once you've got that, you can go build a prototype. Now that's the final product from some other company, but we're trying to make one ourselves that's got something new and better to solve a problem. So here's the prototype that we built. You can see it's a circuit board and it's got all the wires hooked up to test equipment, and we're running it and determining whether it's working right by running tests. In my first job out of college, um, I worked on submarines. And here's a video of a submarine, which is the one that I worked on. It's from YouTube. And you can see here the submarine is a ship that goes underwater. This is a very big one. And the part that I worked on, I did the same type of thing with design, put on paper and prototype, was the rudder. You can see the rudder right here on the submarine. This is another system that I worked on as an electrical engineer, a unmanned airplane. And since it's unmanned, the pilot sits on the ground and controls the airplane through a wireless link through a satellite. Here is the drone that I showed you earlier, the quadcopter, in various stages of prototyping. You can see it going from very early stage, is mostly just wires, to something that became more mature. Okay, I've shown you a few of the things that I've worked on during my engineering career. And right here we have a list of the many things that engineers and scientists have accomplished over the last century, last 100 years. Things that make our life better, like electricity and electrification of our homes, automobiles and cars, the airplanes that we fly in, electronics and the TV, the television you're watching me on right now, refrigerators that keep our food cool, highways on which we drive our cars, spaceships and spacecraft taking us to the moon. Many important things have been developed by engineers, and there are many, many problems that still remain. Well, I hope you've learned something about engineering and engineering careers from me. Thank you, and bye-bye. Jack, I'll see you soon.